everybody, it's your girl Jucifer here. I am hanging out in the lair, my little side of my lair. That's usually where I sit, so I think I sit on the floor because my bong's on the floor. I don't know. It's been a really rough day today, you could say. Well, actually, it's been a rough few days. So, last thing I said, I think, on here was, where I left off, was that I was gonna not see Steven anymore, right? And just keep him out of my life. Well, I didn't. Sorry, Steve. Oh fuck, I'm really bad at this. It's hard to use fake names for people. So yeah, I said I would stop seeing Steve, but nope. I missed him and I got lonely, and I ended up breaking up with my girlfriend, Kaylee. I love her so fucking much. I want to be her friend, and like I was just so frustrated and hurt by some of the things that she was doing, and like I just didn't feel important to her, and like I felt like she was just, I don't know, kind of playing games with me. Like, she had a girlfriend with her when I picked her up. We'll talk about her first, because she had a girlfriend with her when I picked her up. We hung out, and like we came to my house, and we were with one of her dude friends, and like she ended up going back to the dude's house, and like her friend didn't really want to go sleep over there because she didn't know the guy very well, and like it's more comfortable at my house. So I said, well, why don't you guys just stay here then? And like I didn't really want a random guy friend to stay here. I know him, but I don't know him well enough, and quite frankly, I don't have random guys to live at my house. Sorry, it's just not something I do. I don't feel safe with that. And like I'm gonna protect my safety. I haven't even brushed my hair today. Sorry. And like yeah, so she ended up leaving with him, and she left her friend with me, and like I had just met her that day, and I was like, okay, well, I don't have any issues with your friend staying here. Like I like her. She's a nice girl. She seems really sweet, and like I could see myself hanging out with her. But I don't think it's fair for me to be now having a sleepover with a girl I don't know, just me. Because I have a lot of anxiety, and like I just, yeah, like I was trying to help out, and I felt like I just ended up getting kind of dumped, you know? So I fucking lost my shit, split, you know? That's us BPD lives, splitting. So as much as I loved Kaylee, I hated her that much that day too, and like I was really upset. And she didn't really respond in a way I was hoping, because it was just kind of like, use your voice, grow up, why didn't you say something while I was there? And I was like, well, I didn't want to say something while you were here because I didn't want your poor friend to feel uncomfortable and have to go somewhere she didn't want to go. So I thought I would put myself in the uncomfortable position and just talk to you about it privately over text, not fucking like make her feel bad and now she has to go somewhere she doesn't want to go, or like she feels like I don't like her, because that's not the case at all. But anyways, that happened. Whatever, I didn't really talk to her. She picked up her friend in the morning, and then yeah, I haven't really talked to her too much since, until last night actually, because that was Sunday, and on Wednesday, I think it was, yeah, Wednesday, I don't know, yeah, Tuesday me and Steven started talking again, or Tuesday or Monday, I don't know. We only stopped talking for, I don't know, a week or whatever, but like a few days, something like that. And then we started talking again, and I love Steven. I miss Steven. Sorry. We started talking again, me and Steven. I love Steven. I miss Steven. I really wanted to be with him. I really did. And I thought that I could not be so sad and focus on him. Instead of Luca being my reason for living, I gave him that power, and I shouldn't have done that because I was stupid. I gave him my whole heart, and I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I just want this. This is all I want, and I lived for that, and I put that idea in my head that was all that mattered. Like, in a way, yeah, I already was kind of doing that, but like I made the decision, like that was it. I was like kind of going back and forth before, like, is this right, is this wrong, like I don't really know. And I was like, no, I'm fucking decided. I want him. I'm gonna make this work no matter what. This is what I want. I just want him, and if I have him, I'll live, but without him, I'll die. So I picked him up, and we came back to my house and like hung out, and like it was nice, and like yeah, there was a lot of like anxiety and stress, and like, oh my god, there's a lot with him, and there's a lot with my son being gone, and like we tried to go make food, and as soon as I went in the fucking living room and started thinking about Luca, I just like couldn't do it, and tried to like check out my brain and escape the situation. So I was trying really hard to just stay normal and not like totally abort my brain and depersonalize the fuck out of my head. And I told him what I was dealing with, so that way he didn't think I was just like trying to like, you know, not hang out with him, or like not be in the kitchen with him while he was trying to cook food, and like it wasn't that at all. And then it was fine, we talked, he was good at that. I ate, he ate. We ended up having sex at one point, and it was really good. I really like having sex with him. But he came inside of me. Yeah, stupid, right? Right. And like I didn't even know it was happening because like I just didn't want him to stop because it felt good. And like I was really close to coming, so I was like, okay, just don't. He's like, should I pull out? I'm like, no, please don't fucking pull out. Like whatever you do not pull out. I'm so fucking close to coming. And then he came to. Oopsie daisy, shit happens, right? Yeah, shit happens. But I wasn't super worried about it because I was already had that one day of spotting randomly during the month of May. Like I had my period in the beginning of May, no problem. And then like a couple weeks down the road or whatever, when Kaylee slept over those couple days, like that stuff was going on, I bled for like I went pee, I was bleeding, and then I put tampon on it. I took tampon out before I went to bed. No blood on it. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. No bleeding the next day, so I'm not bleeding. It was just that one little bit of blood. That's spotting, right? Is that spotting? Does that mean I'm pregnant? That's what I was thinking already. I might be pregnant already. So I was like, whatever. He came inside me. It's not the end of the world. And quite frankly, I'm so in love with him that I don't even care. I want to be with you. I just want to be with you. So like, it's fine. And then fucking he went home. And that night I started to get a little bit paranoid again. And I had just this weird feeling that there's someone else. And like I've been having that feeling since I started seeing him again, like since I stopped seeing the other guy I was seeing. Did I have the name for him? I can't remember what it was now. Anyways, last guy I was seeing after I stopped seeing him, I started seeing this guy because he was closer to home and it just made me feel good. Like not closer to home physically, but like just like closer to the feeling of home. So like yeah, I thought this would make me feel better about losing my son and make me not so sad all the time. Like so I thought we would do that. And fucking he kept denying the fact that he was seeing anybody else. Like that whole night was weird. And then in the morning I was like, okay, no, like I'm sorry. I still feel paranoid. I slept on it. I'm sure there's something else going on. Started looking into it a little bit more. And then all of a sudden randomly, like I didn't even like know for sure yet. All of a sudden randomly I get a message from one of mine and Steve's all of a sudden I got a message from one of mine and Steve's mutual friends. And it's, are you and Steve still seeing each other? Because he's been over at my house fucking my best friend for the last few weeks. So that means like even when before like we stopped talking for a couple days, when we were still seeing each other, then when I was questioning it, then the whole time I was questioning it, I was right and he was saying no. And like the time when he went to go help a friend move, which was the friend who messaged me, her best friend was there too, the one who he's sleeping with, and I fucking knew it that night, and he denied it the whole time that there was anything going on, and there always fucking is. Right? Yeah. So I was losing my shit. So upset. He wasn't even answering me. When he finally did, he just got annoyed at me for messaging him so much and like basically got frustrated with the situation. And like all I wanted was for him to say, I'm sorry, I love you so much, please just forgive me. I'll end everything with her and like I just want you. But did he say that? Not a fucking chance, did he? Nope. In fact, he barely even replied to me and he messaged her instead. And like I said to her, because I was talking to her at this point on Facebook, I was like I haven't even heard from him or whatever. She's like, oh, he won't stop messaging me. I'm like, of course he won't stop messaging you because he wants you and not me. He doesn't want me, clearly. If he wanted me, I would have been the one who was getting those messages, not her. So he made his choice, and she didn't want him anyways because she was pissed that like he did that to me. And he's like, I told her, I said, you know what, like, clearly he wants you more than he wants me. And quite frankly, I love him more than I love myself. So if you guys want to be together, I can just block him, whatever, and fuck off. And you guys can, like, if you want to give him another chance and forgive him, that's up to you. And she's like, no, fuck that, dude. Like, I'm not fucking giving this guy another chance. He's a fucking piece of shit. I'm like, yeah, I know, but, like, I would give him the chance because I love him so much. He didn't want a chance. I kept saying to him, like, I will fight with you, beside you, for us, but I will not fight you for an us to exist. I will not fight for you to love me, but I will fight with you for our love to grow. And like, he just didn't care. Like, yeah, I know he's dealing with shit too, but come on, a grieving mom is not fucking someone you fuck with right now. It's not fair. It's wrong. It's fucking gross. I'm like, yeah, there may be past shit that maybe made him feel like he wanted to get some sort of payback. Like the fact that I wanted, you know, my son's dad to be more available at the hospital than Steve. Like I told him, like, you can't be here all the time because it makes Luca's dad uncomfortable, and Luca needs his dad. Sorry, like, we're in a small hospital room. It's me, you, like Steve, my son's dad, B.O., and my son, and there's the hospital bed and a couch bed. So my son's in the hospital bed. So now what? The three of us are gonna sleep in that. Like I was sleeping with my son usually. So like then one of them would sleep on the chair, one would sleep on the couch bed, and they'd like rotate, and like it just wasn't working. And B.O. was really uncomfortable, and I knew Luca needed his dad. So I did what a good mom would fucking do, and did everything I could. Tried to just get out of the relationship with him and like focus on my son. And he didn't want to leave. He wanted to be there, and like I tried to let him be there without like actually being there with me. Like just be there for Luca as a support, but like partially and not always. And like I tried so hard to fucking balance everybody and like make everything work. And like yeah, maybe there's times when I did sleep with B.O. and like there's times when I did sleep with Steve, but like it was never when I was with one of them and then I was saying to the other person, oh no, I'm not with that person, like I'm only with you. Like never. It was only things like I wasn't with either of them. Like sometimes you get horny and sometimes you get lonely, and like I didn't think that I did anything to deserve this, did I? Like, is this what I deserved? Because I don't think it is. This fucking shit. And like me and Steve have talked about it, and I apologized for not getting to love him as much as I did in the past. Like I didn't get to love him the way I wanted to, because I had so much going on with being a single mom and like getting over B.O. and like just trying to thrive in life again and get a job and like be a good, like I don't know, housewife, whatever, but like also be independent, and like everything was just hard. And then all of a sudden the hospital came, and then it was even harder, and me and fucking Steve had already had so many issues like before the hospital shit happened. The like day before we found out that Luca was really sick, I think it was the day before, I don't know, it was close to around that time. Frickin' we had a big fight, and I got a call from B.O. saying Luca's really not feeling good, like, because he hadn't been for a little while, and we didn't know what was going on. The doctors didn't know, and like they were just stupid. And he's like, can you come over here? He just wants you. And I was like, okay, I will. Like I was sitting in the bathroom crying at this point. Steve's sitting on the bed, and like we were fighting, and like I was actually afraid of him physically hitting me at this point. Like I was afraid of him. Like he won't fucking admit to that, but you know what? It's the truth. So fucking just people are shitty people sometimes, and there's not. Like, I can't say that I was perfect all the time. There's times when I was a shitty person too, but you know what? That doesn't make it who you are for good. You can grow from that, so whatever. Get over it. Let it go. Own up to your shit and keep growing, right? Right. So, fucking, yeah, there's times when, yeah, I was afraid of him, and, like, so that was that time. And I went to go get Luca and make sure he was okay, and Steve was like, where are you going? And I was like, I'm just gonna go make sure Luca's okay, either pick him up and bring him here, or like just put him back to bed at Brett's and then come home. Put him back to bed at B.O.'s and then come home. Like, I'll be right back. He's like, no you're not, like you're not going there without me. I'm like, I don't even want, like I need some space, like I need to breathe, because we've just been fighting this whole time. I just need to go be a parent right now, so can you just stay here, trust me, let me go do this. And he's like, if you walk out that door and I'm not going with you, we're over. And I'm like, okay, well then you can come. He's like, no, I'm not coming with you now. You know why? Because you didn't want me to come in the first place, so you can just go. But if you walk out the door and I'm not with you, then we're over. But I'm not coming with you, so I guess I made a choice for you. I'm like, well, if you're going to tell me that I have two choices here, basically, I either don't go at all and pick you over my son, or I go make sure my baby's okay, and I lose you, then you're fucking crazy, because I'm going to pick my baby every fucking time. Like, sorry, but I will never pick a man over my child. Never. Not a fucking chance. Doesn't even matter if you're the child's fucking biological father. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I will protect my baby first. That is what a mother does. You protect your child. Yeah, you gotta make sure you have a good relationship, but do you want a relationship that's gonna put damage on your relationship with your child? No. And if that's the person you had the baby with, well, it's shitty. You find someone else. Find a person who wants to actually have a proper relationship with you and help you grow your child, and like it's not gonna put a damper on that. And like obviously your kid shouldn't be putting you in a place where you have to choose between your kid and your partner either, but this was not the case. This was him just being a piece of this was him being very jealous and controlling, and just like I tried to tell him he could come, but he didn't want to come, so I'm like, whatever. He said, okay, well then we're over. I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't care. I walked out. As soon as we were over, bawled my whole fucking way there. Put my kid back to bed once I got there. Then I was like sad, didn't know what to do. Slept there with my son, and like Bo was in the bed too, and it was probably not the best idea, and I'm sure that like fucking this looks like a shitty move, but yeah, I might have slept with him. But I was just sad, and at this point in my life I was still using things like sex to cope with sadness, and like made me feel a little bit comfortable and better, and like, I don't know, I just need the comfort, you know? I regretted it afterwards, and like I didn't like, but I just want to feel like okay again, I guess. It was really short-lived. I passed out, he passed out, I went home in the morning. Steve was still there, acting like everything was fucking normal. Like last night didn't even fucking happen. And now I'm in a fucking conundrum, right? Because now have I cheated? Like, in your eyes, post in the comments below. Is that cheating? I thought we were over. He told me if I walked out the door, we were over. I walked out the door. Yeah. So, within the next couple of days of that, like, week or whatever, we ended up finding out Luke was really sick. We went to the hospital. All that shit happened, and, like, I don't know, I just stopped talking to Bo, and, like, me and Steve didn't really talk that much either, but we kind of just left things as they were, I guess, and like I just pretend like it all didn't happen because I didn't know what the fuck to do. And, like, my kid was really sick, and like there's just shit going on, and like I didn't know how to handle it. But there was never a time where I was telling Steve that I was with him and we were together, and like, oh no, I'm not doing this when I was. Like, I didn't do that shit. I didn't lie about anything. I was always truthful, and like, you know what, sometimes I hurt people's feelings because I'm too truthful. Like, there's times when we were at the hospital that Steve would come visit, and he'd be like, I want to hook up or whatever, and we'd have sex, and then he'd be like, have you had sex with anybody other than me? I'm like, well, yeah, like, I did have sex with Bo, like, whatever day it was, or like a week ago or whatever, when you weren't here, like, because we weren't together. Like, we're not together. You're just supposed to be here to keep an eye on Luca because you love Luca, and like, you wanted to be here to support me at times, and like, yeah, I do still love you, and I do want to have sex with you, and quite frankly, now I'm pissed at Bo because he was supposed to be here, and he's, you know, fucked off for the week because he's doing whatever, and he doesn't really want to be supportive for his kid anymore. Like, he just kind of stopped caring for a little while, and like, it's not that he stopped caring, it's just we thought things were more stable at that point than they were with him, and like, he was going back to work, and he was doing lots of stuff, and like, you know, stuff was going on, so like, I don't think I'm a bad person for that. I was doing my fucking best. I was just trying to fucking cope. We're all just trying to cope. But I think all of that stuff at the hospital was like adding up, and like the way things finally ended with Bo was because me and or sorry, not with Bo, sorry. The way things finally ended with Steve at the hospital was because oh, actually, the way I knew for sure that me and Bo would never be together at the hospital. Like, we weren't, like, for a little bit we thought, okay, maybe we could try to make this a relationship. Well, we never actually thought that. I think in my head I just thought, like, maybe we could get back together, maybe it could be a happy family, blah, blah, blah. But, like, at the same time, no. But, like, I was never, like, in a relationship with somebody who's living with somebody else. That was not the case. And Bo told me that if we were to ever get back together and I lived under his roof, there's like certain rules, like you want me to like not, you know, do drugs. Okay, like that's not a big deal to say you can't do drugs, but at the same time, when you've been with the person before and they were very controlling and like you felt like you had no voice and no like rights in your relationship, and it was always his house, his stuff, always his rules and all that bullshit, well, I said no. You're telling me that if we're together in the future and say like our kids aren't home and I want to go out and like go into the backyard and, you know, do some whatever, I'm not allowed to? If it's not harming anybody, I'm not allowed. And, like, I'm not saying like I want to become a drug addict, but like maybe like one fucking, I don't know, New Year's I decide to do something, I'm the bad guy, I get kicked out? Like, sorry, and for one, it's not your house, it should be our house. That's not fair for you to say like to your partner, this is my house. Like, really? We're a team, we're a marriage. Like, are you really gonna tell me you're gonna hold this over my head like that? Fuck off. So that was a no-go, and shortly after I ended up getting, well, not shortly after, like I say it's shortly after, but like this is a span of a year, so you guys understand, like, it was like almost a year in the hospital, because it was from January to like October, November. There's little bits of time where we like got out for a bit, but like very, very minimal. And Luca, almost never, unfortunately. Like, he got out of the hospital to go out on day passes, but like always back, always sleeping hooked up. Like, so much shit just sucked, man. Fucking sucked. And like, I tried to be there as much as possible because I love my son, and like, I didn't want to leave him. I couldn't sleep without him. He didn't sleep well without me. But then it was also the same time that like I needed to get rest because I hated being in the hospital and all the anxiety, and there's just so much. And like, sitting there and watching your baby cry in pain when you can't do anything but be there to let them play with your hair while they're crying in pain is heartbreaking. It's so fucking heartbreaking. Like, I did need breaks, and I tried to get breaks and go home, and like, I needed to go get food or whatever, or like get stuff for like whatever reason, like pay my bills and shit. And like, I tried to live as minimal as possible and be there as much as possible. And like, I'm glad I did, because I got lots of time with my baby. But at the same time, I would give anything to go back and have more. So yeah, we were there for about 9-10 months, something like that. And me and Steve, I started hanging out more and more, and like, eventually, I got papers saying that BO was trying to get custody of Luca, full custody. So, but not at that time. It's specified in the papers. When we're done at the hospital, when Luca is healthy, he should be with me and not you. And if you want to see him, you can come visit him at my house. And that's it. Because apparently I had a drug problem. Right. You can see how that goes. The control issue that I was telling you about? Yeah. I didn't want to be with him because he was trying to control me when I didn't even have a fucking issue with drugs. Like, yeah, I did drugs occasionally, sure, but you know what? Fucking people all deal with shit in different ways, and like, it never put anybody else at risk or anybody else in harm. Like, I never did. So fuck off. And BO does shit too. Like, he's not fucking perfect. He does drugs and drinks and shit too. I don't drink, but like, I'm not gonna judge him because he drinks. Although I will judge him for showing up to the hospital intoxicated a couple times. That was stupid. But you know what? We all fucking do stupid shit. I think I showed up to the hospital intoxicated a couple times too, but like, different things, different substances, you know? And like, we're stupid. We're all stupid, but you know what? We're just trying to fucking cope. And to tell somebody that you're gonna take their baby away, especially when you're trying to just fucking save your baby's life from cancer, is fucked up. Like, that is some fucked up bullshit. You know who delivered me the papers? His fucking mom. She's a cunt. I fucking hated that woman so fucking much. She's such a fucking bitch. Oh god, do I hate her. Like, she's probably one of the worst people I can even think of. We'll do a full fucking episode on this woman, don't worry. I'm not gonna name any names because I don't want to get this taken down, but like, oh yeah, psycho to the max. But anyways, so, got these papers. Also, she's a fucking alcoholic. Sorry. Anyways, got these papers, and like, I was fucking pissed. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is fucking bullshit. So like, whatever, we'll deal with it, it's fine. And it got to the point where I told Steve, I was like, okay, look, I don't know what's gonna happen with all this law stuff, this court stuff, but I want to make sure that like, if we are gonna be together, because we were starting to get closer and closer again, seeing SBO was like, definitely like, the fucking picture. I hate this guy at this point, right? So yeah. And I said to him, if we're gonna get close again, I want to make sure that like, the court's not gonna have an issue with you being around my baby. So I need you to get clean. Like, I'm not gonna do any drugs. Like, yeah, I did drugs occasionally, but I didn't have a drug issue. But like, I was just gonna quit, like, never touch them, or at least, you know, not touch them for a long period of time. You know, like, make sure like everything was copacetic and everything was golden, and like maybe a few years from down the road, like whatever. But like, right now was not the time, and he couldn't do it. He said no, he didn't want to. He would not give up the drugs to be a parent to my child and be with me. So I left, and I never looked back. I blocked, deleted everything, and that's all you fucking can do when you are in love with somebody and you need to get away. They're fucking toxic and you need to get away. The only way, you can't be friends with them. No, you can't. You can't keep them around just so you can keep seeing what they're doing and thinking about them, and like, they can hit you up every now and again. No. You need to block them, and you need to delete them, and you need to do everything in your power to avoid this person and move on with your life, unless they are the parent of your, like, other parent of your child. Then obviously you gotta make it work and like figure out different ways to cope with that. But like, yeah, that's a whole nother episode too. Whatever the fuck this is. And like, so he wouldn't do that, so whatever. I had to delete, block him and everything, and like, I told him if you want to know how Luca is doing, you're welcome to contact BO, and like he'll let you know how he's doing, and like we'll keep you in the loop with that aspect. But I can't be your friend or your girlfriend or like any of the whatever, you know. I just can't do it. And eventually, you know, things happen. I let him back in. We got back in contact way down the road. Like this, like, you know, well, I don't know. It's recently. Like he was back in contact obviously sooner. And, like, he was around when we were at home when Luca was sick, and, like, he went to Luca's burial. I made sure. I said to B.O., I said, you know what? Steve is Luca's dad, too. He may have not been his sperm biological father, but he raised him, and he was there for him, and he was a very important person to Luca, and I want him at Luca's burial. And that was it. End of story. I always made sure Steve felt important. I tried my best to, at least. Like, I was doing my goddamn best. And then for him to just get back together with me like that, like, tell me that there's nobody else, act like there's nobody else, tell me he's in love with me, talk about having, you know, a relationship, a family together, and, like, this being a thing, and, like, and then to just, it all be a lie? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I've been drowning over here, and you gave me a piece of dry land to grab onto, and then you very quickly revealed to me that this piece of dry land was not a piece of land at all. It was in fact a shark. You were grabbing onto a shark, thinking that you could hold on and grab up and like be able to breathe again, but no, now the shark's swimming and he's trying to fucking bite you. And now you're fucking drowning and you're running from sharks. And you don't know what the fuck to do anymore. And that's my life. So, found out about that shit, and that fucking broke my heart. Broke my spirits. And I would have forgiven him if he would have wanted me and said, like, I'm sorry, I just want you to be with me, please. Like, don't leave me. And I would have been with him. And I would have probably ended up regretting it. So, probably best that it happened the way it is. But, you know, he didn't choose me. He didn't want me. He didn't fucking love me. It's just very clear. Sorry, playing with my grinder. Now I'm just getting sad. Anyways, I am just hoping to God I'm not pregnant. I mean, like, not that I don't want a baby, because I do. I love babies, but I'm not ready for a baby. No, thank you. And, like, fuck. Definitely don't know what I would do if I was pregnant with his baby. Oh, God. Well, it's nice to have a pillow here. I could just nap right here. Maybe I should do that. I think we can have a nap. I'm just kidding. But, like, a nap would be cool. Oh, yeah, because yeah, that makes sense. I got some weed, and it's indica, so yeah, of course, I'm tired. And it's been a very stressful day. I woke up this morning, and I was crying. Like, I woke up sad about Steve, and, like, I called him stupidly, and, like, we talked a bit, and, like, he just didn't care. Like, he just kept saying things like, well, you did this to me before, Jenny. What? The hospital stuff? I did this to you before? Are you fucking kidding me? This is not fucking fair. That's not fair at all. That's bullshit. So, yeah. And, he wasn't replying to any of the things I was saying last on text, like, about, I will fight with you for us, but I will not fight. Like, I will fight beside you for us, but I will not fight you for us to exist. And he wouldn't reply, and, like, I just said, you know what, fuck it, and I deleted him, and I blocked him, and then, last time I did this, I fucking found his number in, like, recent callers and stuff, and, like, I just need to delete my call history. I need to delete I already deleted our text message link, like, thread or whatever, so I can't even find anything, which is good. I guess. That fucking sucks at the same time. But I guess it's over now. And I feel like a fucking, like, idiot for letting it even fucking start again. And I feel like a fucking idiot, especially this second time, like, to go back after I just made that video saying, like, you can't be with people who take your happiness and, like, all this bullshit. Yeah, you know what? I decided to try and think about things differently and make it, like, more like, okay, well, maybe I need to just try and be my own happiness, not expect it from him. And, like, I don't know, I just tried so hard, I wanted to make it work, so I tried to just, like, retrain my thoughts and, like, make it work. Like, no. One of the worst feelings in the world is, like, well, not one of the worst, but, like, it's pretty bad. It sucks. Shitty. It's trying to force somebody to love you when they don't.
Like, you can't do it. You just can't. It's impossible. You can't make someone love you. You can't make someone choose you, and you definitely can't make someone be kind to you. But you can cut the people out of your lives who you don't fucking want to deal with their bullshit. Like, if they're not nice, fucking cut them out. If they're not gonna fucking pick you and you can't get over them, then cut them out of your lives. Like, just do it. There's so many people on this planet. Trust me, you will find other people to replace them, and they will probably be a much better fit in your life. I say all these things as well. I still fucking just want Steve, but you know, I feel sad for myself. It's kind of pathetic, honestly. Wish I could just be more grown up and be like, you know what, if he doesn't want me, I don't want him. But at the same time,
oh, I better sit up before I fall asleep. At the same time, I really fucking want him. I just want him so bad. But yeah. Because it's been a fucking long day. This morning I woke up, yeah, I was sad, and then I went out and I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm not gonna sit here and feel sad. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna go get a drink. I'm gonna go to McDonald's for tomorrow. I don't care. I'm just gonna go get a drink. Nah, I'm like, I had no weed, so I'm gonna go get some weed. And like, I went and got a drink, and then I started driving. And I was driving back to home, I thought, but all of a sudden I realized, wait a second, where are we going? And I kept thinking in my head, you gotta go to your dad's. Go to your dad's. Just go. I'm like, okay. I don't want to go. I'm not ready for this. I don't want to see, because it was my Opa's birthday, his 80th birthday, and he passed away a while ago. So he passed away a little bit after Luke was born, actually. And I was just, I don't know, I guess trying to internally convince myself to go. So I did, eventually, and I kept driving, and I drove to my dad's house, and, well, actually, I didn't make it there. I drove almost all the way there. I pulled over at a mini store, and I was bawling my eyes out, because I kept looking in the back seat, and all I could see was myself, the car seat in the back, empty, and I just kept thinking how much I missed him, and how much I wish he was in the car seat coming with me to this, and, like, I was trying so hard to not think about Steve, and freaking, it worked. I didn't have to be sad about losing him, because all of a sudden I remembered how fucking broken I was about losing my baby. So then I cried about that, and cried. Pulled over, my sister picked me up. Thank God, I love you so much for doing that. She picked me up. We went to my dad's house. I came inside. I was doing okay. I hugged everybody. I fucking, like, I did so good. I walked in, I gave everyone hugs. Oh, how are you? I'm good. How are you? And then I sat down on the couch, and I turned around, and I saw a car track that I had previously gotten at the hospital or something, and like I gave it to, I don't know if that's the one that I got at the hospital that I had given to them. I think so. I don't know. Pretty sure. Yeah. It was the same one though, regardless. It was the same track, and I remember just seeing Luca and Opa building car tracks, and like I could just picture my baby. And then I looked under the table, almost as if I was looking for him, like, where'd he go? Because he always played under there, and he wasn't under there, obviously. And then I turned back to, like, kind of get myself out of it, and the first thing I saw was my baby's, the blanket that me and my son had tie-dyed for my dad. And that made me sad, too. And I just got up, and I almost started bawling, and I just, like, I couldn't do this, I can't do this, and I just walked out the door and just, like, nope. And I sat on the ground and cried outside. Until my Oma came outside, and we talked for a little bit, and, like, she made me feel better, and, like, I felt so bad. I didn't want to ruin her day. I wanted to be there because I wanted to support her. Like, I didn't want to be there to ruin it. And I really hope that I didn't, but I know she loves me, and I'm sure that everyone understands. My sister says everybody loves me, everybody understands, so I'm just gonna keep, you know, like, I'm proud of myself. I tried really fucking hard. I didn't even brush my hair before I went. I just literally was like, nope, we're going, I don't care, we're just gonna go. And then we went, and, like, yeah, it was hard, but we did it. Now I just want to keep doing it for another 8 years. You know what I mean? Like, it's a long time to go about missing your kid. Like, it's hard to think that I'm gonna be missing my baby for, like, ever. I know it's gonna get easier, but, like, oh God. Man. Sorry, packing a bong toke. I need one of these. But yeah, I cried, I went outside, and then my mom talked to me, and then my dad and my stepmom and, like, my nana. Like, I talked to a few different people at separate times, all at separate times, and, like, I love everybody. See, I can do one-on-one like that, but, like, all people, it's like, well, it's just still a bit much, I guess. And, like, I eventually my nephew came outside too, which made my day because I just love my baby nephew Jack. He's so sweet, and like Luca loved Jack. They played together, and like I remember when we left my sister's birthday party once, he was crying in the car. He's like, "No, I don't want to leave Jack. No, my baby Jack. I just want to be with baby Jack." I'm like, "Oh, we'll see him again." And we did, so that's good. And like Luca loves Jack. I'm sure his spirit is over there visiting all the fucking time. I'm just jealous because they probably have Luca around more than I do. But honestly, that's okay. I want him to be happy, and like he can come visit me whenever he feels fit. But like if he wants to be over there playing with Jack as much as possible, you can go play with your cousin, baby. Go play. It's okay. Mommy's here. I'll always be here. You can come back and snuggle me later. Check on me later. Just go play with your cousin, you know? That's the way I felt. That's what I feel about spirit. So yeah. Got my sister to take me back to my car after that and went home. Well, I stopped at my mom's first actually. Because I still needed to get weed at this point. I hadn't even got weed yet, and like honestly I just wanted to go see my mom. Kind of just like I don't know. It's funny how when things happen you just want your mom, right? Like it doesn't matter how much you love everybody. Sometimes you just need your mom. I got for years ago. So yeah, saw my mom, saw Dennis for a little bit, my stepdad, and like they gave me some weed. They also what else did they give me? I don't know, a can of like smoked fish or something, and a bottle of vanilla. It's called vanilla shot. It's something you put in your coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I feel like it'll be good. I tried mixing it into something. So, took it. Thank you very much. You guys rock. And hung out for like half hour, 20 minutes, something like that. Sat down, had a drink. Not drink, but like it was coconut mango water. It was pretty good actually too. It's called Blue Monkey Cocoa Mango Blue Monkey something, sparkling water. It's really good actually. And went home. And now I'm home, and yeah. Now I need to fucking take some long strokes and just try and de-stress all this stress away. Honestly, I just want to go to bed. But at the same time, I know that going to bed isn't the answer, because if I go to bed, then I'm going to wake up later, and like, what, am I going to be up all night? I'd rather just wait it out a couple more hours and then pass out for the night. But at the same time, as soon as it starts getting dark and like it's actually bedtime, I start getting sad. One, I miss Luca, and I can't go to bed with him anymore, but the newest burden of it is now I can't even fucking have Steve here to comfort me, and like, I have nobody. Now I have nobody, so sometimes I sleep on the floor right here. In my corner, in my little stuff, because I have my babies, and I don't even want to be in bed anymore, because the bed feels like I just think about Steve, and I just want him to hold me. Like, when I'm this broken, and it's because of him, it sucks that all I want is for him to hold me. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight. I don't know what to do every day. Anyways, I am going to take this bong tub. I'm gonna go get a popsicle, I think. And I'm gonna come back and maybe I'll do another video. I don't know. I might take a nap. No, I keep saying don't take a nap, but like I'm so tired I just want to take a nap. I don't think I'm tired, I think I'm just sad. But yeah. Oh god, I just want to delete and unblock him. Like I want to undelete him and unblock him so I can talk to him because I miss him so much already. Like I just want him to want me. Why doesn't he want me? Why doesn't he love me? Like why aren't I good enough? Ugh. I don't want to do this anymore. It sucks. Life sucks, man. Oh, I also picked up shoes at my mom's house. My old neighbor from when I lived at my mom's, they had a neighbor who had a daughter, and like we were friends and stuff, and we both moved on. Like she's moved out of her mom's house, I moved out of my mom's house, and like we both doing our own things. And she messaged me and she said, "Oh, I have this pair of shoes I've been wanting them for a while, and like I just thought of you and thought maybe you'd like them." I was like, "Ooh, they're beautiful. Like they're super beautiful heels, but like I don't know if I can walk in them because I can't wear heels. Like I wear flats 24/7. Not flats, but like wear boots or like whatever. I don't wear heels." But when Steve saw the picture, she's like, "Oh yes, please get those shoes." So I was like, "All right, fine." right? So now I got the shoes, Steve. And where are you? It's always just a game to him, it feels like, you know? But you know what? You didn't play games with people's hearts. I didn't try to play games with his heart. I never tried to play games with anybody's hearts. I was just fucking trying my best to keep afloat too. And like, to do this and lie about it, and like, it was very clearly an intentional jab. Well, that's pretty fucked up shit to do. And at the end of the day, he's gonna be the one who regrets it, because he's the one who lost me. Somebody who would have given him everything I could have. I would have died for him. I would have killed for him. I would have stole for him. I would have fucking done anything for him because I loved him that much. And I shouldn't have loved him that much so rapidly. Like, I always loved him that much. Like, but like, I always had other things to love too. Like, Luca was primary goal, right? Luca's primary. I love him first, and then like, obviously I love her next. Like, I love everybody, but like, once I lost Luca, and like, I was with someone else for a little while, and it just wasn't working. Like, I loved him, but like, at the same time, I just needed something that was closer to comfort, and like, something that just felt more like home. And that was Steve. He was my home. So I got him back, and then I lost my home all over again. Lost my home in my baby, and I lost my home in him. And now I feel like I'm homeless. Not really homeless, but homeless in like the sense of my heart. So I'm just trying to give my heart to people, and like, people who aren't, you know, a boyfriend material. Just trying to give my heart to like family and friends, and like, just give my heart to strangers a little bit, so that way it doesn't hurt so bad, I guess. I don't know. But I just miss having my home, and I miss him. I miss my son. And like, oh God. I miss everybody in heaven today. I'm missing a lot of you guys. Yeah, Opa's up there too. My papa, my granny. And one of my good friends, Joe. I know people don't think that me and Joe were very close, because he was really B.O.'s friend from before in the past, and like, but we were close. He knew a part of me that I didn't show to the rest of the world, and I knew parts of him that he didn't show to the rest of the world, the parts that killed him. And I wish I could have been there to help him, because he committed suicide, and like, oh God. And on the days when I want to die too, sometimes I really wish he was here, because I wish I could talk to him more than ever.